Hi there. Welcome to episode 40B of City Skylines Beginner's Tutorial. It's B because I, right about here, I made a mistake and hit the stop record instead of the pause button on 40B, and I just sort of dropped you. So we're back, and I'm going to show you how to make this park. This is a lovely park. If you can go into it this way, or you can go into it through the parking lot. But as you can see, some of the Sims have already discovered the park. Didn't take them any time at all to discover it. There's a couple of fellas there and some people here. There's folks all over just enjoying the park here. Yep. Yeah, enjoying the promenade. This is a promenade. Okay. And it comes in one piece, which I'm going to show you how to get. But you can put a whole bunch of these pieces together, and you can make them, you can take out the plants that are in them and other things that are in them and make it your own. Now along here where we don't have anything yet along the beach, I thought it would be nice to put the promenades with a couple of breaks on them, so that maybe there's 3 promenades together and then a break for people to go through to the beach, and 3 more promenades. That way they can still get through to the beach, although I've never seen a Sim walk out here in this area. The only way you can get a Sim out to the beach is to actually put a park on the beach, and the only way you can do that is if you have a road there. So, you know, having a nice big long beach like this doesn't always make any difference. But this is just a tutorial anyway. So, okay, I'm going to show you how to go get this. First, we're going to get out of first person by tabbing. Oh, maybe we'll just, oh, she ran right into us, didn't she? Okay. Okay, so we'll tab out of this. All right. And then we save our game. This is real easy to do this. I called mine 40B ended, although it's not really ended yet. Okay, and then we go to the main menu. We quit to the main menu so we can get to the workshop. And we're going to get the Shady Tree by Maison. I was going to get that big fat weeping willow, but it's kind of heavy for on the beach. So I'm not going to do the big weeping willows by Stone 3D. I'm just going to use Mr. Maison's Shady Tree and some small Cosmos by Breeze. And so we're going to get 3 things. We're going to go into the workshop. And we're going to search for walkway plus parking lot right here in our little search bar. We're going to type in walkway and the plus sign, space plus sign, space parking lot. Oh, I didn't mean to get everything else in there. Walkway. Okay, walkway plus parking lot ought to get it for us. There we go. Okay, so now we have VIP's Promenades. There's also a pier, but I haven't had a use for it yet. Although maybe we'll grab that too. Okay, so we subscribe to the parking lot by clicking on it and then saying subscribe. That's all you have to do. Then go back, and we're going to get the pier for the walkway. I haven't tried that yet, but we might as well. Go and get that one too, because it's made to go with it. There we go. Okay, and we down here, we hit the little green subscribe button down here. Okay, and then we go back. We've got the promenade now that we want to put our things on, and we need to go collect Mr. Maison's shady tree, S-H-A-D-Y, tree, T-R-E-E. That should get it. Okay, so the shady tree left and the shady tree right. They're basically the same, it's just one's turned one way and one is turned the other. So we'll grab the shady tree left for this. I'm not going to bother and get them both. Now I already have it, so mine says subscribe with a D on the end of it and already has a check next to it. That means I've already gotten it, but you need to go ahead and get it highlighted and then click on it so that you have this one. Okay, and then once you've done that, you return and you ask for Cosmos Small. Go up here into the thing here and say COSMOS dash small. And enter, which is the same as clicking on the magnifying glass. And you get the Cosmos flowers by Bree. She makes the most beautiful flowers. So as you can see, I have a check on it, so I've already subscribed, but you click on it right there on the picture of it. You might have to click twice. My computer's going really slow today. I don't know why. Come on. I'm clicking, it's doing nothing. I'm going to put you on hold until it opens up. Oh, oh, there it goes. Okay. And once that has opened, you come down here to the come on. Boy, this baby does not want to move today. My computer's really full of something and I don't know what it is. Okay, so you come down here and where it says subscribe, you subscribe to this by clicking the button. Then once you've got all of that done, and it just shows you pictures of what it looks like. I'm going to rate her up because I really like her stuff. I guess the only way I'm going to get it to stop is if I back it up. And I'm just pulling mine down so I can get to the X. You can probably see the X on your screen. Click the X. Okay, we've got everything we need now to make our park. So Shift Tab if you have this stuff in front, and that'll get rid of that. Go to Tools, not to load game. Go to Tools and Asset Editor and say Load. Yeah, say Load. Because you're starting out with something that's already there. Say Select. Not sure if I do it this way or if I do it with the park. I may have to do it with the park. We'll see. I'm not starting from scratch though, so I think this is, if I remember correctly, this is how we do it. It's going to take a while, so I'm going to put you on hold. Okay, so this, it'll open up and you'll have something that looks like this, except you won't have a bunch of stuff down this side. It'll probably be all black, except that you will have the shady tree and you will have the, we're going to go and we're going to grab, there's the shady tree, but I don't want that yet. I have to first find, I wonder if it's at the bottom. Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah. Okay, that's the pier, and this is the, okay, you'll see one that says walkway 2,58. Click on that and say load. Down here, click on load. And it'll bring you to this. You want to check all of these pieces. Here you want to sit on building general over here in properties. You want to go in and click flatten terrain. Okay. On electricity, you want to make certain it says 0, or, well, we're going to give it 1. So make certain it says 1. Under gameplay, you want to make certain that it says construction 10, not 100. Fire hazard 0, fire tolerance 100, not 20. Garbage accumulation 0, because we're going to take those garbage cans out of there. And maintenance cost is 2, not 20. That's where your cost of your weekly cost comes in, is on that maintenance cost. You want to make certain that that doesn't have a lot in it. Now, we just did gameplay common. Now we're going to do tourists. 10, 10, and 10 is good. Water, 0 is good. Entertainment accumulation 50 is good. But the entertainment radius, I put 100 because I want it to have a lot of entertainment radius. Here on materials, I never touch any of this stuff because I don't know what it is, so I don't want to mess with it. So I just always leave the materials as they were in the original. Okay, now we're going to, before we even do anything with this, we're going to go up to the top here and we're going to click Save Asset. And we're going to change especially the asset name over here under the picture. We're going to call it Promenade Beachfront. And it says Great Promenade for Beautiful Walks at Night. We're going to say Great Promenade for Beachfront. And down here where it says right now walkway 2,58, you have to change that. You have to change the asset name for sure and this name for sure, or it'll come up and tell you that there's an error when you try to use it in the game because you made a change and you didn't give it a different name from what the previous modder had it called. So we're going to call this one Promenade, well, I'm going to say Park dash Promenade Beachfront. So I'll know it's not the one that I put up with my other nightlife buildings. And then we say save, but we're not done yet. We've just started. Now we can scroll in to it just like we did when we made maps. And this is kind of like making maps. We're going to go in and we're going to take a couple of things off. Okay? We're going to take the if I can get a hold of it. There. Just put your cursor right over the top of, well, we want to get rid of these trees anyway. So put your cursor over the top of the tree and click on it to get rid of it. Over the tree, click on it. Over the tree, click on it. Just trust me. Over the sign, click on it, because we don't want an ugly old sign in there. Over the, now the reason I get rid of these guys, there's down in here, there's a thing for bicycles. Nobody ever uses them. So go ahead and click it out. It's just extra that doesn't need to be there. And click on that. Then over here under the tree, click on the tree to get rid of it. We're going to put in much lighter trees. That's why we're taking these out. And because we're not going to allow there to be any garbage here, so we don't have to worry about the garbage being picked up here, we're going to take out this one, and we're going to take out this one. These are garbage cans right here. I don't know if you can see them or not. Okay. And we don't need this many pieces. These big round things are these, which are, they're hang around markers where people will hang around. And we don't need that many in here. So I'm going to get rid of the one in the middle because it's just not necessary. We'll leave the others. They're fine. There's quite a few of them, but we'll leave them. But we don't need any right here in the middle where people are walking in. Okay, so we've got everything out that we don't want on this. And now we're going to go and we're going to get the pieces that we want to put in it. So now we're going to go down to Park, to the decorations at the bottom. And then we're going to go to Trees at the bottom. And in Trees, we're going to scroll over. Now you're not going to see all of what, you're going to see these guys, but you're not going to see a lot of this other stuff that's in here that I'm scrolling past because these are things I've put in. Okay. But what you are going to see is the flower bush, the Cosmos Small. You're going to see this one. Grab that one and put that here and here and here and here. And you can actually put it here too, because we're only going to have one tree. Then we're going to go and we're going to get the Shady Tree by Maison, which we went and got. It'll look something like this on yours. Okay? It was either left or right. I think it was left that we got. And that tree we're going to put, as soon as I can get this turned around so I can see what I'm doing, we're going to try and get the trunk of that tree down into this little planting area. Right there. So it looks like it's growing out of the planting area. That's all we're putting there. This is a beachfront walkway. We want it open as possible. Okay, so we've got all that done. And now all we have to do is take a picture of this. First I got to get off of this. There. So to take a picture of this for you to use later, you click on the little sprocket down here at the bottom. And it has this one highlighted, snapshot tool. You take your camera up here and you just left click it. And you'll hear it go click, click, click. And then you'll know that it took the picture. And then you take it over here to the other side where it says Info Shot Tool. And you take your camera back up and click it. And it takes the picture. Then you go in here where it says Thumb Shot Tool. Click on that. And then you go up here. I don't think it got it. It didn't. It has to turn blue first. Like I said, my computer's being very slow. Okay, so once it's blue, you go in and you might have to roll your scroll bar down enough to get a picture of the whole thing in there, and then you click it. And you're done with that, you go down and you click on the sprocket so you have everything back in green. And now you go up to the sprocket at the top and you say Save Asset. This is how easy it is to make a park. Okay, now you want to check and make sure that you've got your asset name the way you want it, Promenade Beachfront, and that you have your name of the item, Promenade, Park Promenade Beachfront down here the way you want it. Now you want to get the pictures right. That's not the picture of what you just made, is it? That isn't either. You keep clicking the left one until you see the one that you just created. There it is. Then you go down here and you do the same thing. You just keep clicking until you in here have the picture that you took. There it is. Same thing here. Just keep clicking until you get the picture of what you created, because there's a few pictures in this folder. There we go. Okay, there's your promenade. So you save that once you've got all your pictures correct. And say yes. Okay, now you've got it saved. You've made your park. You say quit to main menu. And you wait to get back to the main menu, and then you go into the game and you place your park. It's as simple as that. And we're going to place that park in 2 or 3 areas along the beach. Then we're going to go through it for a little walk through it as first person. Now you say load game, and you go get your game. Mine is 40B ended. And you load it up. I'm going to put you on hold while it's loading. Okay, we're back, and we want to get over to the beach, which is over here. Scrolling down. Okay, now this is where we want to put those little parks we just made. Okay, this is where we want to stick them. And we're going to go down to, I believe it's Parks and Plazas, next to the bus down here at the bottom. Well, I am having so much trouble getting this game to open up for me today. Okay, and then somewhere in this, we're going to find our park, and I'm wondering if it'll be at the end or not. You won't see all of these because these are ones that I've made, but as you scroll across on yours, I don't seem to be able to get mine to move. You'll find the Park Plaza. I'm going to put you on hold until I can get to mine because the computer's going really slow with this. Normally it just pops right on over. Maybe if I stop this, so it's not trying to do that too. There we go. Okay, now there's the 2 that I created earlier, but they're not the one we want. The one we want is that one right there. Okay, Promenade Beachfront. So you click on the one that looks like this. Okay. And then you bring it up here and you slap it in with the rest of them. Now I'm going to put a little walkway between these so that people can actually get out to the beach at that spot. And then I'm going to just keep adding them on here. And that's really all you do. Okay, and we'll put one here next to the police department. No, actually I think I'll leave it here because I might want to put something else over there. Okay. Same thing here. Give it maybe 3 and then give it a break so people can walk in. And then give it 3 more. And then give it a break of possibly 3, and then squares, and then give it 3 more. How many do we have here? Okay. And then open it up, and 3 more. Basically, we're making little promenades along the beach. There we go. And one more. And then since we have room for it, we'll put in a little bit more. Whoops, we don't want to put in that much. Not yet anyway. We'll put in a little bit more to match the promenade, a little bit more business. There. Okay, so now we have probably no water for this business. Oh yeah, we do have water, okay. Okay, so now we have a nice big long beautiful promenade. And now I can show you why I did it this way. In the next episode, but not this one, we're going to get rid of all these trucks and whatnot. It's a faux pas I made in episode 38 that I have to correct, and I'll show you what to do. Now the difference between these two, let's see if I can get us down here. Yeah, I'm going to just kind of stand out away from the folks that are walking. You can see that you can't see much past these big, huge trees that are in this other promenade. I hate that all these trucks are going by and blocking my view too. Okay, see now you can't see past those big trees. But when you look over this way, in this direction, we can even go across here. And here, there's too many trees in that promenade for a beachfront. But in this beachfront area, we now have just enough trees to make it pretty, but leave it open so that you can see past it if you happen to be walking out here on the sidewalk, like we're doing as fake Sims. We're walking along the sidewalk here, and we can actually see past the trees out to everything else. Now, it's going to take a while, probably, for the Sims to find this park, okay? Unlike the one behind us that had a couple of, you know, Sim hours for people to discover it. This one hasn't been found yet, but it will be. And when it is, you'll be walking along here with other Sims. As it is right now, we're just kind of walking along here by ourselves. I left this open because I think I might have to put crematorium or clinics or something in here. Okay, there's one guy that's already walking out. He's discovered the park. There's another fellow that's discovered the park. I guess that's actually a girl here that's discovered the park. Right there. And past her, there's a young fella who's discovered the park. He's playing with his iPad. And then past him, there's a boy with his skateboard. And he discovered it, but decided that he'd rather do it on the sidewalk, I guess. So as we're going, there are people discovering that this stuff exists. There's looks like a little boy here who has discovered this one, and a little girl. Little girl there on the bench. Little boy playing with his teddy bear? Yep. Okay, now I don't know if it will help or not, but I'm going to try a little something here. I'm going to get out of the first person and go over here and try connecting these two together with a walkway. The walkways are in the tools, landscaping, and then over here where it shows a little dirt road. Now I can maybe put a cement walkway between these, maybe, and that may or may not cause people to decide to cut across. I don't know. We'll have to watch and see. Just like the parks, they're not going to discover it right off, I don't think. But eventually, maybe people will cross from here over onto this one. Maybe not, but they might, and that would be really cool. But as it is, you can see that people are starting to come in here, into this park. You see little bodies in here. Well, you may not be able to see them because it may not be close enough for you. Maybe we should get down in the park, huh? Maybe if we go down right here and go into this one that has all the people in it already, maybe if we walk across, I don't know if the game interacts that well, if other people would follow us or not. Oh, and another thing we could probably do is put one tree here, just on the outside of the park. Maybe we'll do that. Tabbing out, going to the trees. We'll just put one of Mr. Maison's trees. Okay. Do I want this? Or do I want this? Landscaping, I think, is these. There's the trees. Okay. And I want Mr. Maison's left-sided tree. And we'll put that there. Right, so it looks like it's part of the park. It'll be so close. Well, if I can get it. There. Okay. And we should put one down on the far end over here. Well, that one has one. But right here, it doesn't. Oh, I don't know if I can get one in here. Can I? Yeah, I can. I think I got one in there. Yeah. And then I think there is one over here, but not here. We want to put one on the beginning of each one of these. I'm just left clicking as I get it next to where I want it. There. You know, just so that it looks like it's got an end to it. Otherwise, it just kind of looks like an end that didn't get finished. I didn't want that many trees in it all the way through, which is why I didn't put it in the other locations. Okay, there we go. And you can do that as well because you have that tree in yours. There. Now, if you followed along and done the same thing, you now have a really nice promenade. And we are at 32. Can I get down here? Yeah. Okay, so we're at 32 minutes, and I'm just going to wander through the promenade here and just enjoy what we just created. And then that'll be the end of... There's a tourist. These are little fellas, these that are wearing shorts. Those are tourists. They always have a wife around somewhere. She's usually wandering around dragging a suitcase behind her. That's the lady tourist. I'm surprised that we didn't see her there with him. There always seems to be one when you see him, but maybe they'll make a liar out of me now. Maybe. We got all kinds of people here. Quite a few folks sitting here and just enjoying the sunshine, looking out at the beach. In the new park that we just put there for them. That is so cool. And you made this one. There she is. There's the tourist's wife standing right up here with her suitcase. Let's see if I can get it turned around here so we can see her. Yep, standing there with her suitcase. She's always got her suitcase with her and her camera. He always has his map and she has her suitcase. Yeah. See if anybody, if we found anybody in, if anybody on the other side ever found the parks that we put on the other side. We're up to 34 minutes, so I'm only going to give it a couple of more minutes and then we're going to finish this episode. And then when we come back in our next episode, then we will, fix the mess that I made when I allowed all of the big vehicles to be going through the park and the neighborhoods. That was really stupid of me. Well, there's a few people here. Not as many, but a few. Yep. I have my ambient sounds turned down so far. We're not enjoying too many of them. So I probably need to fix that, but I won't do it in this episode. And I need to maybe put a path here so people can walk from one park to the other. I discovered that each of these, like if you put 3 parks together, 3 promenades together to make this long park, the people who come in to one park don't even wander into the other one, even though it's slapped right up against it. I'm not sure why VIP didn't make it so that people could walk from one to the other. But I know if you put paths, they can go from one to the other. But I wanted to make a nice long one, so. Like, see, this girl will take her dog down to the end, but she won't go any further. She'll turn around and go back. Sorry, I was interrupted. So we'll go ahead and finish our stroll. Oh, I forgot to turn so people could move. Forgot to turn the game back on. Wouldn't have noticed except that guy was standing in midair. Okay. I can't get this thing to turn as fast as I would like it to. See, people are starting to go into the park here. And you can actually be out here and still enjoy the view across the park. There's our little tourist guy in front of us. Oh, this is so pretty. We do need to try and connect these though, don't we? What a nice walkway. I think I'm going to turn this into a nightlife area. Right now it's just regular commercial because that's all we had when we started doing this. But I'm going to, in the next episode, switch this to commercial and fix it so that the big trucks are not coming through. That's what we'll do in episode 41, which won't be for a while, but that's what I'm going to try and do. Okay, we're already at 38 minutes, and I think I'm going to call it quits on this episode, and I'll see you in episode 41. Bye.